A government project to pay housing benefits directly to tenants rather than to their landlords had led to large increases in rent arrears. That's according to figures obtained by BBC News. One area reports a five-fold increase in bad debts, while another is predicting millions of pounds in arrears if the scheme is extended. Our social affairs correspondent Michael Buchanan reports.
Tina Moyer has been on benefits for 3 years since a back problem severely restricted her mobility. For several months now, she's been on a government pilot project to pay her housing benefit directly to her, rather than her landlord. She's then responsible for paying her own rent.
It can be quite tempting to dip into it or whatever, but you have to stop and think, no, I can't touch it. That's the way I look at it. It's there, but I can't touch it because it's not mine.
Many tenants on the pilot projects, which cover council and housing association properties, have, however, been tempted. Here in Cwmbran in South Wales, rent arrears are up 50% for those people being paid directly.
People have clocked up arrears who pretty much have not been in arrears before. And the worry is what will that result, what sort of behaviour will that result in? Will they panic? Will they stop paying? Will they feel they've lost control and end up being evicted?
6 areas are involved in the pilot project and most are facing the same problems. Arrears are 5 times higher in one area, while another fears bad debts of £14 million if all the tenants are put onto the new system. The thinking behind paying these tenants directly is they'll take more responsibility for their lives, be better able to cope when a job comes along. And for many people on these pilot projects, that has happened. But for a significant number, it hasn't worked out at all. They've ended up in arrears, sometimes facing evictions.
We currently pay housing benefit direct to claimants for over 1 million people in the private sector, and that works pretty well. We're trying to treat people in council houses and housing association properties the same way, but we want to get it right, which is why we've done the pilots.
Direct payment of housing benefit will form a key part of the new universal credit being introduced later this year. These pilot projects show it needs to be handled carefully if it's to succeed. Michael Buchanan, BBC News, South Wales.